Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Indian Cuisine. I am Dr. Nik Nikam from Houston, Texas. Today, our mission is to do Indian spicy omelette with toast. So, let us begin with the preparation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have I'm going to take one onion. I probably won't need the whole onion. I'm going to slice this into real fine chops. Then I'm going to be taking 3 eggs and mix it here in the bowl. The important thing is you have to buy this bread. I buy this Italian bread from Kroger. And the beautiful part of this is it comes out real nice texture and also taste. So here I get a slice like this. I'm going to cut this into 2 pieces. And I'm going to be using salt, pepper and also some chili powder. Just regular Indian chili powder, but there is a different option that you can use. You can use any one of these packaged spices. They got all the ingredients, so you don't have to go looking for new ingredients. The key is to make sure that you put like a half a teaspoon or a teaspoon depending upon your taste, and also you can add some butter to the egg mix if you want. The 3 more important ingredients are of course the onions, but I'm not going to be putting the raw onions into the egg mix. I'm going to fry the onions in the next step and then add it to the egg mix before we do the omelette. So I'm also going to be adding some milk. Here I have some cilantro. You know, the key is to put cilantro in the freezer so it never gets kind of spoiled. And once you chop it and you put them on the plate here. See, now you can see here, now we have the mixture of our eggs, cilantro and onion. Next I want to slice a little onion here. I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can see this. Takes just a couple of minutes to slice the onion. Alright, I probably just take like half an onion. The way to peel skin is like this. You just remove the top skin. It's done. Alright, always keep your kitchen clean. Okay, now this is what I do. Alright, so now my onion is almost done. Finely diced onion. This is good enough because I'm just going to be using 3 eggs, which will probably make like 2 omelets for 2 people. Okay, so the onions are done. Now I have my cilantro and my egg here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my eggs in the bowl here to mix. And this is how I do it. Knife, the blunt end, put this one here. This is junk. And this is the second part. You just put that here. That is done. The egg part is done. You know, it's always good to have a little garbage can. Let me see if I have one. Yep. It's always good to keep a little garbage can so that you can get rid of all your garbage as you're preparing your stuff. That's what I like. I like to keep my place clean. And okay, let's leave this one here, the garbage. So now I have this one, so I'm going to be adding some, well, better use it. Freshly ground pepper. I think there's nothing like freshly ground pepper. Ooh, a little too much. I love it. Alright, I got a freshly ground pepper. I'm going to add some salt. You can always add salt later on, so it's no big deal. You know, this doesn't come out salt. I don't know why. Maybe I bought a cheap product. It's supposed to be Morton, supposed to be a good brand, but anyway, it doesn't come out. So I added some salt. So let us put this one on the side. Here's my red chili Indian cayenne pepper as they call it. I'm just putting a little touch of this. And if you want, you can put a little more. If you want to put, you can put a little more. Okay, we had the salt, pepper, and red chili powder. But as I said, instead of putting all these ingredients separately, you can just buy one of these packages, whichever has the best taste for you, then you can just add that one, then you will be fine. So I'm going to fry this onion and cilantro together, sort of saute them, and then I'm going to put them into this one. So now I'm ready to mix my eggs. You can use a teaspoon, you know, you don't need all this fancy equipment. I keep my kitchen kind of plain and simple. My accountant always used to say, keep your books simple and stupid, so IRS will never audit you. Maybe he knows better because he used to work for IRS. Okay, my eggs are sort of semi-mixed. It doesn't have to be fully mixed. Then what I'm going to do is put some milk here. This is 2% milk. You can put a whole milk if you like. I just put like 1/4 of the volume here. That looks like a good amount here. So we got all this stuff ready to go. Now, human hand is better than any machine. After all, those machines are created and driven by human hands. See, if you want, you can taste and see if the salt and spices are. Yep. Ooh, it's already beginning to taste like an omelette. Okay, I have this one ready now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bread slice and slice it into 2 pieces. I hope you can see this one. So I have these 2 pieces of sliced breads. I'm going to put them in the toaster oven just before I'm ready to take out the omelette. So I'm not going to cook this one right now. I'm just keeping this ready for the next step. So my bread part is done, so I don't need to worry about this. So ladies and gentlemen, our basic preparation for an Indian spicy omelette is ready. Now we are going to move to the grill side and start with the preparation, and I will show you some tricks about using the grill and the pan and how you cook. That is the most important ingredient. It's not about the materials that you put in, it's about the technique as how you cook. That's what's going to make a difference. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we are at the grill. As you can see here I got a cast iron grill. Yesterday I made the same thing, and because it came out so good, my kids and grandkids wanted me to make a video, and that's why I'm making a video. But this time, yesterday I used this pan, which is fine, non-stick one, but I would say take a big one so it will be easier to flip the omelette. You see what I mean? Here I had to kind of circus with this one, so it was kind of interesting. Anyway, so here I had a grill pan. I'm going to turn it on to number 6, medium heat. And this has to warm up for at least 5 minutes. Don't touch it. Anyway, here's some of the other new ingredients I have added, and that is I have some margarine sticks here, which I'm going to be using. And this is another margarine stick I have here, which should be good. If you want, you can use desi ghee like this one, which will come out really good. It's your choice. I have all these things. You can also use you want to be a little sparing, you can use this extra virgin oil spray, which will help you to minimize the amount of oil. But when you're making gourmet food, I know I'm a cardiologist, so I'm not supposed to be promoting all this high oil stuff, but you're all using vegetable oils. Number 2, you're not going to be using these eggs every day. It's like once a week or something like that. Just to me, it's like a gourmet food, because that's how I'm going to be preparing right now, and you'll see the difference. Don't ever put it to 8 or 9 grill, and when it gets too hot, when you put the butter, it will start steaming, and that fumes can get into your face, and you start sneezing and coughing. So make sure when you put oil on the pan, it should just quietly melt. It should not be bubbling into steam. That's the key. So how do I know this is working all right? So I can just see. Yep, it's slowly warming up. As I said, this is going to take at least 5 to 10 minutes to warm up, and we can take a break and come back. When I get bored, I usually have this nice honey roasted peanuts, and I just sit there and sort of enjoy my life. You see what I mean? Just sit there. You want some honey nut peanuts too? Okay, I'll get you. That's what I tell my grandkid. Just to keep myself busy. As you can see, the oil is slowly beginning to warm up. That's a good way to find out if the grill is ready to go. After about 10 minutes or so, the grill will be so uniformly heated, the whole omelette will turn golden brown. Some people even suggested to use some mustard powder to get that nice yellow color. I might as well give it a try. Let me find the mustard. While we are talking about that, here I have a Kashmiri red chili powder. Look at the color, man. I tell you. I need to get my knife. I can put like a touch of little Kashmiri red chili powder. It is not spicy, but it gives beautiful color, red color. It will. Oh, this is holy season. I think. Oh my gosh, this is the best time to talk about all these colors. I had the red Kashmiri chili powder. I'm going to add some yellow turmeric. There you go. This is going to be like a holy omelet. I'm talking about Indian holy, not the American holy omelet. So now you can see the color. See those two different colors? I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Now see, maybe I shouldn't mix it too much, but you can see it give a whole different flavor altogether, and the texture and the color. Let's try this butter again here. You hear that little sizzling noise? That means I think we are making some progress. Okay, I'm just going to leave this butter here. As you can see, the butter, I'm going to put it down to 5 because I see some steam coming. Remember I said I was going to be frying the onions here? That's what I'm doing here. Onions and cilantro, both. I don't have to fry it for like 2 hours. It's going to be like 2-3 minutes so that it's kind of seasoned. So, man, you're putting the damn hand on your grill. I said, yeah, I'm not touching the grill. I'm just touching the onion, so don't worry. So as you can see, kind of saute. It doesn't have to be golden brown like we do that for biryani. And when I'm ready to flip my omelette for the first time, then I'm going to put my toast, because by the time we are ready, we want the toast to be ready to go. That's why I said we need a big pan, so it's easier to flip these things like that. Oh, I tell you, even just the smell of this fried onion and cilantro is just tempting me too much. Since I use a small, supposing let's say this is a small one you have, there's only one person in the apartment, you don't want to buy the big one, you have this one, then when you put the egg all the way to the edges, then the liquid inside the omelette is not going to be cooking. So in that way, then you have to kind of rotate it like this. You keep rotating until all that liquid kind of goes on the edges, and then you kind of flip it so that before you flip the omelette, it will all be cooked. And that's one of my secrets. That's why I said there's a lot of secrets in cooking, more so than just throwing a bunch of ingredients and say, hey, I made the omelette. See, now this is turning nicely, and this is the key, because I don't want it to be overcooked. And this is totally different from like the raw spinach and onions and tomatoes that you eat in restaurants. This is totally different from what you eat there, because this is the Indian technique of making onions. So I think I'm happy with this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this happy onion fried mixture into the egg omelette stuff. Okay, so the next step is to mix the onions. So now I think we are all set to go. Now the omelette part is ready to be tested. Either you can use a stick margarine, which I usually use it like this, stick margarine, and you just kind of just run it. So see, that's the way the temperature should be, like low. You don't want the oil to kind of steam into your nose and you start coughing and sneezing. Okay, this is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a little test drive here. Perfect. Did you hear the sound? It is kind of nice and soft and gentle. That's the way we want it. As soon as this omelette is done, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to take this mess. You see, in your case, I would say just use this spray, vegetable spray or olive spray. They're like $3 from the drugstore, grocery store. Now I have to see how this is coming out. See this one? It's not even sticking there. See, this is the key, gentlemen. It's not even sticking there. This is cast iron, and if you can see, the surface is all kind of dry. That means I'm ready to flip. Not me flipping, I'm flipping the omelette. Hey, what do you say? Look at that nice golden brown. And even though the top was not fully cooked, Now this is looking golden brown, so I'm going to put the heat down to number 4. These are some of the ingredients that are most essential. The technique. I put coronary stents in the heart, so we use extremely delicate techniques. I'm using the same principle here when it comes to cooking, because you have to turn the temperature down, otherwise it's going to burn, and that's no use. Let me see how this test omelette has come out. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Gentlemen, what do you think? I mean, that's just a test omelette. Now let's make a real... Okay, let's go ahead and make the omelette. I'm going to use the sticky butter anyway. It's kind of messy my fingers. The way I do is, let me show you my technique. I take a stick of butter, remove the paper, like this. Now I got it here and I never have to touch the oil. Okay, now we got the margarine there. See, I'm not touching, my oil is not greasy, hands are not greasy. So I'm going to be putting some good size omelette here. If it gets too thick, you can just spread it. I mean, no big issue. Now I think we are okay. So if you think the edges are going to stick, you can just run this oil around it for a second. But let us do this one. Hey, just you and me, don't tell anybody. Oh, this is like heaven, I tell you. I used to do this in India and it used to be a sold out item. I tell you, it is good, I tell you. The bread is getting toasted. Our omelette is looking happy here. Let us see. Yep, I think we should be able to flip this one. Give it a little more time here. Okay, now this is moving. Looks like it's going to break. If it looks like it's going to break, what I would say is make the next one a little bit thicker so it won't break. Anyway, we should be able to. How about that? Look at that. How to make sure that these things don't break. And the key is to make sure. I think my toaster is sort of looking red. I think the toast should be ready to go. And yep, the toaster is ready. So now I can just kind of move this one. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Nice omelette. I'm going to make a better one. Hold on a second. Let me show you the toast here. Now, as you can see here, my toast is done. It doesn't look really brown and all this because this is special Italian bread. It's got a very nice taste and texture. So what I'm, again, look at me. It's like just putting a little margarine on this one. This is the technique of putting margarine on this one. All right, you got this one. This is ready to go. I hope you like this one. As you can see, here is my omelette, my 2 toasts. So I'm going to show you one more time how to make sure that your egg doesn't break. First of all, let's mix. Every time you have to mix this before you put. Now remember, I use my butter stick with the paper on it. So I just go here. See, the heat is too much. So I go to 3. Because as time goes on, this one retains heat very well, like. All right. While that is getting cooked, gentlemen, here you see I got my this one and I can start eating. How about that? I got to find my spoon. I'll just use my knife. See? All right, let's see now what's happening with the omelette. Let's see if all the edges. Okay, see, the whole omelette is moving. That means it's slowly getting there. Does the omelette always have to be round? I don't care. It's not going to be round once it gets in my mouth. Oh, yes. Now you got, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Now cook this on the other side for a minute or 2. Again, you have to make sure that your grill. See, this is my circle here, so I have to put it here. So the whole egg sort of stays in the center. It is like a Sunday brunch, and I hope you enjoy it and share it with your family, and please do like our YouTube channel and share our. Okay, here's the final product. What do you think? Let's put the bread too there. I already ate some of this bread, but anyway, you can see I can put some little cilantro, garlic, I mean garnish it, but I think it will garnish in my mouth once I start eating this one. Thank you so much.